Hey, my name is David, and I just moved to California 7 months ago from North Carolina, and I was living in a itty-bitty town of about 1,000 people, and now I'm in a really big city, and everything is completely different here from the way it was where I grew up my 41 years. There was a lot of fear and a lot of stigma that I didn't necessarily see as fear and stigma. I thought it was just the norm, but really I was just misinformed about a lot of things. Even the word of clarification hadn't got swept its way from California to North Carolina about HIV and gay life. But once I moved here, I found out that things are very different from the assumptions that are made by folks, not just necessarily in North Carolina, but anywhere where things are misunderstood or not talked about as much. My boyfriend is, we're a new couple, but he is positive and I am negative. But being with him and being in San Francisco, California, I have learned a lot about the way things really are, and I've with the help of some new acquaintances, I have been able to get a lot of clarification on a lot of misunderstandings that I've had in the past about how contagious HIV is and what the medicines that are available today are capable of doing for people, and so I've met people with HIV before back home, and never really have been afraid of them or afraid to hug or kiss them out of fear of catching HIV, because I think everybody deserves a hug, especially somebody with HIV, and who would I be to make somebody feel like that they didn't deserve to be touched or shown physical contact, because everybody needs to be loved, especially people in a compromised condition of health. And but it was kind of like I jumped without knowing that there was going to be a net there to catch me, and that I would land and everything would be okay. And I found out that with proper medication, HIV viral loads can be lowered to undetectable levels that are have an extremely low likelihood of being contagious, and and I've also heard there are medicines out there that I was not aware of that a HIV negative person can take these medicines and greatly up to 96% of the time reduce the chance of transmission of HIV from a positive person to a negative person. And so there's a lot less to be afraid of than I originally anticipated, and that's good news to hear. Good news for people who are HIV positive, and good news for people who are HIV negative too, because we don't need anything separating us. We need things to bring us all together, so that we can remove this negative stigmas and the fears and the misassumptions about things. Understand that it's kind of human nature or natural for people to be afraid of things they don't understand or something they perceive as dangerous without having yet gotten all the information about it. Once I got my information and started doing research and studying and talking to new friends and acquaintances about HIV and gay lifestyles, I've learned that even though I was well informed and knew a lot compared to the folks where I come from, I still had a lot to learn, and there was a lot of really key important things that I didn't know. So I think it would be awesome if we could get the word spread to other parts of the world, get some more HIV education going, and that would be better for everybody, because then we don't have to continue to hurt people who are HIV positive emotionally by shutting them out because we're afraid that they're going to come in for a hug or want to kiss us on the cheek or something, because like I already said, I'm repeating myself, everybody needs a hug and needs to know that they're cared for and needs to feel like they belong and they're welcome and not feared. And I'm very glad that I moved to California, and I'm very glad that I have gained a lot of insight and learned a lot about the HIV and gay community, and I'm very glad to be here and very glad to be a part of the evolution of humanity and medicine. And my thoughts and prayers are with everybody, positive and negative, people who have lost friends and family and loved ones to HIV, and prayers to the long-time survivors. They're the really courageous ones, the strong ones that deserve our admiration and respect for hanging in there. The medicines are a lot better now, and that's really great. That's good, and I'm hoping for a cure to be coming along in the next 10 to 20 years. That would be great. And that's all I can think of. Thanks for listening, and go out there and get your information. Talk to people, especially people who are friends and family of positive people, and talk to people who are positive. They can really teach you a lot. Get to know somebody who is positive. Make it a goal to go out and make an HIV positive friend if you don't have one already, or if you don't know anybody who is HIV positive. I challenge you to make an HIV positive friend, and it will teach you a lot. It has me. Having an HIV positive boyfriend has taught me a lot, and I would do it all over again. And I think I'm gonna try to close again now. I think I've said everything I can think of, and my time's running out. So goodbye and God bless. And HIV people, keep fighting. Keep your head up. Your cure is coming. Thank you. Bye-bye.